The aging population, 65 plus, are the fastest growing population in the country. And here in Rhode Island, people 85 plus, it's the fastest growing in the country here. Is that affecting the housing market? Are the vast number of baby boomers, is that affecting what you would see happening in the future for real estate?
Okay, so the first thing is there's an important distinction to make. So on a percentage basis, you are dead on, 100% correct. Those are very fast-growing and faster-growing levels. But when you take a look at sheer numbers and sheer population growth, the amount of people, the largest population segment that's growing is going to be those that are between 19 and 36.
Millennial.
So that is the largest population segment in numbers, but not in percentage, okay? Mm-hmm. So yes, your question and your thoughts are 100% right. We are seeing this causing some demographic shifts and impacting housing, because what's happening is those individuals that are reaching higher ages have different housing needs. Mm-hmm. And what they're looking at is, do I need to have a little bit of a smaller house, a little bit smaller expenses? Right. I don't need those extra bedrooms. So their demographics are changing. Fortunately, the millennial generation is reaching a level to which they are occupying some of those homes because they actually are reaching levels where either they're becoming first-time home buyers or move-up home buyers. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing that. But your question provokes a lot of thought and something very interesting in that, how do we handle the biggest problem facing the real estate industry today in that move-up buyer, which is, I want to move up to that home. So let's take an example. I bought a home a few years ago. Maybe it was something like $300,000 a few years back. Now it's appreciated. It's done so well because we've seen booming appreciation. Now it's maybe $375 or $380. That's not unlike much of the country has seen. And when I bought that home, let's just say I put 10 or 20% down, so I've got a $240 mortgage or a $270 mortgage, and I got it at a rate of 3.5%. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to move up to a nicer home. So remember, that home today that I own is worth, let's call it $375 or $380. Mm-hmm. But in order for me to see a much nicer home, give me that extra bedroom I need, I just had a child, I need the extra bedroom, or I'm doing a little better at work, I want to get something nicer. Now I've got to look at something pretty darn close to $500,000. And if I take the money out of my old home, I take the equity out that I've made, put it in the new home, I'm probably looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of a $400,000 mortgage. So that's a much greater mortgage than I originally took out at $240 or $270. Mm-hmm. And I'm giving up 3.5% and going to 5%. And when I look at the numbers, I'm saying, whoa, wait a minute. I've got some payment shock there. That's a big issue that's facing the market today.
Sure is.
And what we have to do is act as advisors. And we have to look at debt managers. And fortunately or unfortunately, that same individual probably racked up some car loans. They probably racked up a bunch of credit card debt. And here's the answer. Mm-hmm. The answer is take out a larger mortgage on the new home. Use some of that equity in your home instead of putting in your current home, and instead of using it for down payment, use it for debt consolidation. Mm-hmm. And then you could really bridge that gap. But so many people are overlooking that opportunity.